Redditors who went to high school with a celebrity. What were they like before they were famous? Went to high school with Drake. He put $3 separate into a vending machine before he realized it was broken. At that point, he was famous as the wheelchair guy from Degrassi. He put $3 separate into a vending machine before he realized it was broken. That is the most Drake thing I've ever heard. My dad went to high school with the voice of Patrick Star. He was actually a really smart, popular, nice guy. He was also naturally goofy, as you might expect. I can't even imagine what the person would look like because all I can picture is a star. My dad went to the same high school as Steve Harvey and told me he couldn't believe it when he discovered he was famous because Steve hardly ever said anything and was the shy kid. He'd always confidently give answers in class only to find out that they were wrong. My older sister went to school with Brad Pitt. He asked her out once and she agreed to go. But the night before their date, her ex called and they made up and she canceled the date with Brad. Your sister done fucked up. My boyfriend's mother was Sandra Bullock's college roommate at ECU. She said that Sandy was very driven and serious about her work, which is probably why she is the accomplished actress she is today. Random Sandra Bullock fact? She speaks almost impeccable German. There's a German prize she won, and her whole speech was spoken freely and almost without fault, or even an inclination that she lived in America. I went to school with Margot Robbie. She was in her final year when I started high school. She was one of the mentors that I had in the first year of high school, and she seemed like a pretty normal person, very kind. I think she already had a little bit of fame at this point, but I was none the wiser to it. I'm furiously envious. Haha, yeah, I'm just disappointed I didn't get to know her better. I always thought Katy Perry was kind of an idiot when we were in high school together. Then she dropped out after about 6 months, got her GED, and made millions. Guess she was smarter than I thought. My dad went to high school with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Anytime we see him in anything, he always says, that guy is such a douchebag. It fits. John Winchester was a douche, and Negan too, I guess. Didn't go to school with him, but Eminem did a speech at my school when I was about 14. I walked out of the auditorium halfway through to go hang out with my then girlfriend. After his speech, Eminem toured the school. My girlfriend and I saw him and jokingly called out his name, to which he heard us and came over to chat for a few minutes. Pretty cool reward for skipping class and hanging out in the halls. Very down-to-earth guy. Ayo, Slim, you got something to say? My mom went to high school in Michigan with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. She said they were always making movies and were both pretty big dorks, but everybody loved them. She even showed me old pictures of them filming the school news in her yearbooks. My sister's best friend's mom went to high school with Tom Cruise in New Jersey. She said he was dirt poor, weird, and lied a lot. In her words, short little chubby thing would follow me around. She said his teeth were all fucked up, and when he said he was taking acting classes, everyone thought he was bullshitting because he lied all the time. She said, if I knew he was gonna be famous, I would have been nicer. Pause. Nah, he was weirdo then and a weirdo now. My dad went to high school with Tom Cruise as well and said he was definitely weird, but altogether a nice guy. Went to high school with PK Subban. He was in his last year and I was a first year still making friends. I met this one girl who seemed nice enough, but a little strange. Well, turned out she was only attracted to black men, and being a small town, there were only a few black guys at our school. She set her sights on PK and followed him around like a lost puppy. It was very embarrassing, but he always let her down easy and was very kind. At this point, I was starting to think this girl was a little obsessive and started dialing back our friendship. Last straw was after several times of being let down easy by PK and still obsessing over him, she bought him a puppy for Valentine's Day. Just gotta chime in that in Swedish, PK Subban means the politically correct bitch. Completely unrelated. Nicki Minaj was 2 years ahead of me in high school. We weren't close at all. She went by Cookie back then. She was much darker skinned and had a bigger nose and no boobs or butt to speak of. She was very loud and attention-seeking, but nice to everybody. So you're saying that before the butt job, she was a SpongeBob?